Hey everyone, it's Jade. I wanted to do my part 2 of the February Fauxbonichi Flip since we are in March now. So I left off here at the 15th. So the next day was just kind of a lazy day for me. I just spent the day watching Pocket Traveler notebook videos on YouTube. Reading my book from the Outlander series, The Fiery Cross, and of course watching one of my all-time favorite television shows, Supernatural. I have watched that show over and over and over and over and over again on Netflix. Like, it's ridiculous how many times I've seen all the seasons. But I love it. I will continue to watch it forever because it just is a great show. But anyway, the next day was an exciting day because the new Tuesday morning in my area, it's about 15 minutes from where I live, finally opened up. This was their first day. So, I was there bright and early. I was one of the first customers, so I could go and check out their craft section. So I was very excited about that. And so I went and found a lot of good stuff. I also was able to find a great pair of jeans for $13.99. They were Calvin Klein's. Somewhere, I can't remember where, maybe like Ross. Found them at Ross. Yeah. And I think, here was the day I bit the bullet and put in an order for a speckled fawn traveler's notebook. This was one of the cheapest companies I could find. I wanted to try something a little less expensive to see if I would like it first before spending a lot of money. But the more and more, first of all, after I looked at my order, I realized a few days later, when it was too late to make changes, I realized I ordered the wrong size. But it's okay, the size that I order, because like I said, it'll give me a chance to just try it out first. But I'm really starting to like the Chic Sparrow, Mr. Darcy, the black one, the deluxe black one. I think that's the one I'm going to end up going with if I decide that I like this. But it takes forever. Like, it hasn't even shipped yet. And it's, March 2nd. So I should have read further about timetables and all of that kind of stuff. So I just made a little pocket here on the side with some scrapbook paper. And stuck my Tuesday morning receipt here in case I need to take anything back and to just remind myself of the day that the new Tuesday morning opened up. The next day I spent all day pretty much trying to put together a smash book I'm working on. I actually got it completed, but what I realized is that the coil I use is actually, I made too many pages for the coil, so it's too small for the book that I made. So I'm going to have to find a 1-inch coil. And of course, the Hobby Lobby I went to recently didn't have 1 inch. So I'm either going to have to buy it online or find a Hobby Lobby in the area that does have 1 inches. So that's pretty much what I did. I made a little pocket here because I found some old cute little tickets my nephew had made. We were playing around with my ticket punch. So he made tickets with that for the train and stuff, and the Amtrak. He's so cute. And so I found those laying around. I wanted to make sure I kept them, so I made a pocket to stick there. The next day I went out and spent a little of my Barnes & Noble gift card that I got from my sister for Valentine's Day on this Beverly Jenkins book. I love Beverly Jenkins. She writes historical fiction for African American. It's not, well, her audience is geared towards African Americans, but anybody can read these books. They are great books. You'll love them. And I actually started to fill in this with my water colors by Prima. Let's see if I have them here. Yeah, I have the Tropicals collection, and I also have just the classics. I want to get the other one too. I can't remember the name of it. but I forgot that the ink I use is not the kind that absorbs water. It's not waterproof or anything like that. I use a Pentel Flare, one of these, but a black one to write. So it messes up when you start painting over it. So I just stopped. So that's why that page looks kind of janky. At Michael's, I got a couple 12 by 12 paper pads. Me and my mom went for late lunch at Five Guys. I love Five Guys. I've never had an issue with Five Guys. Their food is always hot. It's always good. The next day, I went to Burlington to look for the coils. This was before I had it all completed and stuff, to look for coils from Hobby Lobby. Made my usual stops, and I stopped off at the Target up there to check out their discount section, and they had a ton of Valentine's stuff left, and it was most of it was 90% off. So I paid maybe $6 for everything that I bought, and I bought a ton of stuff. So it was really cool. And that was the day I don't know if I covered this in an earlier date, but I had found a pair of Earl jeans for $10, I think, at Marshall's. They fit perfectly. And so that was the day I wore my jeans. So I just put the little thing, and it came with these things. It says, being happy means looking beyond the imperfections. Share your story at earljean.com. So I just put that there as a memento. It's the first time I wore my lovely pair of jeans. The next day, my mom and I went off to Briar Creek. She was looking for a painting she had seen, and I told her she should have just got it when she saw it, because now she can't find it. I also found a 49-cent die cut at Ross this day. I had never seen a die cut in Ross before. And I bought some of that mermaid washi that Michael's has. And then we went to the Target over there, and they also had everything 90% off. They were pretty much cleaned out though, but I got all of the little plastic calendars for 10 cents. So I got a ton of stuff, and I paid, I think my total came to $2.63. So once I got home, I filmed my haul video, straightened up a little bit, and yada yada yada. The next day, I was hunting at the Dollar Tree. I just chilled out the first half of the day. Spent time working on pages for my Smash book. Like I said, this is before I got it actually done. And looking at crafty videos. But then I decided to check my local Dollar Tree to see if they had any more of those plastic baskets this size. I'll show you. I don't know if you can see that size. Because I realized they fit in my drawer, so I could stick stuff in there and tuck them in my drawer. And so I wanted more, only had one. And of course, the size I was looking for, my local Dollar Tree did not have them. So I literally went all around to all the Dollar Trees in, I would say maybe a 20-mile radius. I mean, I hit up at least 5 or 6 Dollar Trees looking for the right size, and of course nobody had them. I eventually, not this day, but eventually I ended up finding them at my local Dollar Tree later on in the week. So probably, I think maybe even the next day or on Friday. So that's why I have that hunting at the Dollar Tree. The next day I had to get up and go give blood. I had to take a test and see what my blood count levels were, because I don't know if I discussed with you guys that my blood counts were low. So they upped my Epigen medicine. So this was my 2-week checkup to see, if it had elevated or anything like that. I personally still don't have the results. It's in my chart, but every time I go in there to look and see, I don't see anything that makes any sense to me. So I just wait till they tell me next time I see them at the clinic. So, and also this day was the How to Get Away with Murder finale. Love How to Get Away with Murder. And to be honest with you, I usually have some kind of theory floating around in my head about who did it, why they did it, yada. I had no clue. I was confused pretty much the whole episode. I was losing my shit. Everybody else online was as well, all my friends that watch it. And I really was not expecting for it to end the way that it ended. And I'm not going to say what happened for those of you who may still have not watched it. I don't know, but it was crazy. Like I said, I was not expecting that. The next day, we checked out a different Home Goods for that painting. I bought some vellum and acetate on clearance from Michael's. I also got a Smashbook binder from Tuesday morning. When I got home, watched little YouTube videos, and my mom made me these great ham and cheese sliders. They were lovely. And this is where I tried the decoupage napkin in here. And it turned out pretty well. I love the way it looks. I did mess it up a little down here where I got eraser crud all stuck in it, but for the most part it looks really nice. So I'm gonna have to try some more napkin art in my book again. So on the 25th, it was a project fail. This is when I was telling you about the Smashbook that I made. So first of all, I tried to film a demonstration of it. And there were my nephew was in the house, my brother was in the house. They were yelling, my mom's yelling, the dog is barking. It just was not a good time to be trying to film. So that was a fail. And then when I actually put the Smashbook together, like I said, the coil was entirely too small. So the back kept falling off. So I have to get a bigger coil. So complete project fail. Once I get a new coil, I will hopefully try it again. But I'm going to have to do the demo on another book because I already cut the holes and stuff, and I'm sure that's probably part of what people would like to see in a demonstration. So here, I meant to put letter stickers for his nickname up here, so I'll do that later. But well, to finish the rest of the night, my nephew spent the night with us, and me and him watched Surf Ninjas. So I have when he comes over and he spends the night, we usually, me and him will usually watch an old movie that I used to love when I was a kid. So like we've watched Three Ninjas, now Surf Ninjas. We've watched New Edition stories, even though that didn't come out when I was a kid, of course. But then, I'll get him to watch all the other stuff. Sandlot, Drop Dead Fred, all that kind of stuff. Little Monsters. I think he'll love them all. So far, I'm 2 for 2. And, 3 for 3, actually, because he loved the New Edition story, too. He's gone around the house singing Cool It Now and Mr. Telephone Man. So, it is hilarious. And also, I put this on here and explained, I was having a discussion with him downstairs, and he had come up with this whole product and website and where you can go and order it. It's called an extender, and me and my mom are just listening to him like amazed at his imagination, and we're like shocked. We're like, what, for real? And he's like, Auntie, I'm not just a handsome fella. He tickled me so much because my mom calls him handsome fella. She either calls him cute face or handsome fella. And so he's like, I'm not just a handsome fella. Like, I got brains too. And he does. He's like the smartest, sharpest little kid I know. And it's not just because he's my nephew that I'm saying that. But anyway, next day was a super chill day for me. I chilled out. I was watching The Legend of Tarzan. Finally, I love movies like that, like especially like live action Disney movies, like the Jungle Book. This Tarzan, I loved it. I've watched it several times since now. And while I was doing that, I had a whole stack of Family Fun magazines. I don't even know how they started sending me Family Fun magazines. I really don't. So I was just going through them, cutting out anything that I thought would make good quotes or ephemera for my journals and projects and yada yada yada. Tonight also was the Oscars 2017. And my favorite wins of the night were Mahershala Ali and Viola Davis. I have them on this. For Best Supporting Actor. And this just says, always believe in yourself. So, yeah. So, it was a Oscars night, chill day. And the Oscars came on that night. So, that was fun. The next day, my dialysis machine woke me up super early with a series of alarms. It took forever to get them to go away. And by that time, I was up. I couldn't go back to sleep. So, I just got up. And I was looking for these certain size pocket sleeves from Tuesday morning. So I decided to go to all the ones that I could think of to try and find them. Of course, none of them had it. It's always my luck. But I did find a great thing in the dollar store. I found the third book to the Cahill Sisters series. It's called Sister's Fate. It was $1. I've been looking for this book for like probably years now. I was not invested enough to pay $8 or more for the final installment from like Barnes & Noble or online or anything like that. So I was looking for it where I found the original two for $1.99 at Ollie's. I never found it. But this just, I looked down in the dollar store and there it was. So I picked it up. So I guess the trip actually ended up being worth it after all, even though it only cost me $1. And the next day was the end of the month, and it was another shopping bus for me. I saw a couple haul videos, one from Walgreens, where they had 90% off Valentine's Day stuff, but it was actual like gifts, like wristlets and wallets and things like that, 90% off. So they were like $1. So I went around to like 3 different Walgreens and they didn't really have anything left. So that was pretty much a bust. I also saw a Macy's haul. There's a lot of different Macy's going out of business. There's one up the street from me going out of business. But the haul that I saw, their prices seemed to be pretty good. But when I got there at mine, their prices were not. They were still crappy. So the percentages off. So that was pretty much a bust. And then I spent a good amount of the day trying to finish the book that I had started. And the book is named Jade. Now you guys know my name is Jade. So I'm a little offended just because the book was awful. And it's named after my name. So that just offends me. So I did finally finish it. I'm glad to be done with it. No, I would not recommend it. Do not read it. There are way more better romance novels out there than this crap. So, that is it for February. Yeah, that ends the 28th. So, thank you all for watching. If you have any comments or questions about my Fauxbonichi journal, my process, what I do, what stamps I use, whatever, leave me a comment below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you all for watching. See you next time. Bye.